Imagine walking into a store and buying something you never really needed, or agreeing to a request you didn't actually want to say yes to. Later, you ask yourself, why did I do that? Robert Cialdini's classic book Influence answers this exact question. It reveals the hidden psychology behind why people say yes, and more importantly, how these forces are used every single day to shape our decisions without us even realizing it. Through years of research and real-world experiments, Cialdini uncovers 6 universal principles of persuasion: reciprocity, commitment and consistency, social proof, authority, liking, and scarcity. These aren't just theories, they are deeply wired into human behavior, making them powerful tools of influence, whether in business, marketing, relationships, or everyday life. Welcome to Ease of Education, where knowledge meets clarity and growth begins. We believe true freedom, whether on field of finance, self-improvement, or entrepreneurship, it starts with the right education. That's why our mission is simple: to bring you deep, meaningful book summaries on self-improvement, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy that don't just inform, they transform. Our videos may be slightly longer, but that's because we value depth over shortcuts. We focus on giving you the full picture, not just surface-level ideas. No fancy graphics, no unnecessary distractions, just pure, practical wisdom that speaks directly to your goals. Every video is crafted with care to help you build confidence, sharpen your thinking, and take smarter steps toward financial success. Here, it's not just about learning, it's about growing together. Subscribe and let's turn your curiosity into confidence, one book at a time. This book isn't just about protecting yourself from manipulation, it's about understanding the forces that guide human behavior, so you can use them ethically to inspire action, build trust, and create lasting impact. Why do we suddenly want something more the moment it becomes hard to get? That's the principle of scarcity at work, one of the most powerful psychological triggers of influence. Scarcity simply means, the less available something is, the more valuable it feels. Think about it. When concert tickets say, only 2 left, or when a website flashes, offer ends in 3 hours, we feel this rush to act. We're wired to avoid missing out. Psychologists call it FOMO, fear of missing out. A classic study showed that people rated cookies in a jar as tastier when there were only 2 cookies left, compared to a jar filled with 10. Nothing changed about the cookie itself, the only difference was scarcity. Advertising and marketing thrive on scarcity. Flash sales like Black Friday, short-time windows create urgency. Limited edition products, brands like Nike or Apple drop exclusive items, and suddenly people are lining up overnight. Booking sites like airlines or hotels, ever notice the red text, only 1 seat left at this price? That's not an accident, that's engineered scarcity pushing you to buy faster. If people think they might lose the chance, they'll act quickly, often without rational thought. 3. How you can use it personally and professionally, especially as an entrepreneur. So, how can you use scarcity in your own life or business? As an entrepreneur, create limited spots for your product or service. For example, only accepting 10 clients this month, or early bird discount ends in 48 hours. This increases perceived value and speeds up decision-making. In your career or personal projects, highlight exclusivity. If you're pitching an idea, frame it as a rare opportunity or something not everyone gets access to. In personal life, even in relationships, opportunities, or networking, people naturally value what's less available. Respecting your own time and boundaries makes others value it more. The principle of scarcity teaches us this: people don't just want what's good, they want what's rare. The moment something feels limited, it becomes irresistible. Learn to recognize when it's being used on you, and use it wisely to inspire action in others. Principle of reciprocity. Have you ever felt almost obligated to say yes after someone gave you a small gift or favor? That's the power of reciprocity, it makes us return what we receive. Reciprocity means, when someone does something for us, we feel a deep urge to give back. For example, when a restaurant gives you free mints after dinner, you're more likely to tip higher. Or when a friend helps you move, you feel you owe them a favor in return. Marketers use reciprocity everywhere. Free samples in supermarkets, free ebooks online, free trial subscriptions, these aren't random acts of kindness. They trigger the powerful need to reciprocate, pushing you to buy, subscribe, or commit. How you can use it. As an entrepreneur, offer value upfront, free advice, free trial, a small gift. Your customers will feel naturally inclined to support you back. In personal life, build stronger relationships by giving first, whether it's help, time, or kindness. The return is almost guaranteed. The principle of reciprocity proves this. Generosity isn't just good, it's influential. Give first, and watch how often the world gives back. Principle of commitment and consistency. Why is it so hard to go back on our word, even when we want to? That's because humans are wired to stay consistent with what they've already said or done. This principle says, once we make a choice, we feel pressure to stay consistent with it. For instance, if you sign a petition supporting a cause, you're more likely to donate later. Or if you tell your friend you'll exercise, you're more likely to follow through just to stay consistent. Businesses know this well. That's why websites ask you to sign up for a free newsletter before asking you to buy a product. That small initial yes increases the chance of a bigger yes later. Even social media apps use this. Once you start posting, they nudge you to keep posting to stay consistent with your identity. How you can use it. Entrepreneurship. Get small commitments first. For example, ask leads to sign up for a free webinar before offering a paid course. Personally, announce your goals publicly. Once you commit, consistency will push you to follow through. The principle of consistency reminds us, people don't just want to be right, they want to be consistent. Use small steps to create big commitments. Principle of social proof. Ever looked at restaurant reviews before deciding where to eat? That's not just research, that's social proof at work. Social proof means we look to others to decide what's correct. If everyone's doing it, we assume it's the right thing. Think about laugh tracks in sitcoms. People laugh more when they hear others laughing. Or when a video has millions of views, we feel more curious to click. Marketers love social proof. That's why websites show reviews, testimonials, and bestseller labels. Brands hire influencers because if your favorite celebrity uses a product, you're more likely to trust it. Even e-commerce giants show 5,000 people bought this item today to push you to join the crowd. How you can use it. Entrepreneurship. Showcase testimonials, client success stories, or social media followers. Let others prove your value. Personally, build credibility by associating with people, communities, or causes that show you're trusted. The principle of social proof proves one thing: people follow people. Show the crowd, and the crowd will grow. Principle of authority. Why do we trust a doctor in a white coat instantly, but question a stranger giving the same advice? That's the principle of authority. Authority means we're more likely to follow people who appear knowledgeable or powerful. A famous study showed that people obeyed shocking instructions just because they came from someone in a lab coat. Uniforms, titles, credentials, all signal authority. Marketers use authority everywhere. Toothpaste ads with dentists saying, 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this. Celebrity endorsements. Tech companies showcasing awards or expert reviews. The authority effect makes us trust them without much thought. How you can use it. Entrepreneurship. Position yourself as an authority, publish content, share your expertise, highlight achievements. Even professional design or branding adds authority. Personally, build trust by demonstrating knowledge and confidence in your area. People respect and follow those who appear credible. The principle of authority shows us, people don't just follow the best ideas, they follow the most trusted voices. Become that voice. Principle of liking. Have you noticed how easily we say yes to people we like, even if the request is unreasonable? That's the principle of liking. We are more likely to be influenced by people we like, admire, or feel connected to. Think about it, when a friend recommends a movie, you'll probably watch it faster than if a random ad suggests it. Liking can come from similarity, compliments, or simple friendliness. Brands use liking by hiring relatable influencers, using attractive spokespeople, or creating fun, friendly content. Social media thrives on this principle. People buy from creators they feel they know and like. How you can use it: entrepreneurship, be relatable. Share your story, connect with your audience, show authenticity. People don't just buy products, they buy from people they like. Personally, build genuine relationships. Listen, compliment, and find common ground. Influence flows naturally when people feel connected to you. The principle of liking reminds us, influence isn't about pushing, it's about connecting. People say yes to people they like. And there you have it, the 6 timeless principles of influence: reciprocity, commitment and consistency, social proof, authority, liking, and scarcity. Now the real question is, how will you use them? Will you spot them when they're being used on you, or will you apply them to grow your business, career, and relationships? If you found this video valuable, make sure to hit that like button, because it tells me you want more book summaries like this. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell, so you never miss the next video where we break down the world's most powerful ideas in just minutes. Share this with a friend who loves psychology or entrepreneurship, and let's grow smarter together. Until next time, remember, influence isn't manipulation when used wisely, it's leadership.